So let's talk about freehold areas. Freehold areas, this is areas like Palm Jumeirah, Dubai Marina, Jumeirah Lake Towers, Sport City, and like many other different areas. If you wish to purchase property in a freehold area, you need to consult with your agent or Google like freehold areas in Dubai. So as for me, the best areas, the best freehold areas in Dubai, it's Palm Jumeirah, Dubai Marina, GLT, downtown. These areas mostly apartment area. Like on Palm Jumeirah, it's mixed. There is villas and apartments, and even one office building. In Dubai Marina, mostly it's apartments. GLT, like offices and apartments. There are no villas. You need to choose what property do you want to buy as an investment. What type of property, like office, villa, apartment. All of these types, they have the advantages and disadvantages. For example, if you are buying an apartment, you will have high maintenance, like service charges, which you need to pay as a landlord. If you are buying a villa, maintenance service charge for it is much cheaper. For comparison, you will pay approximately the same, or it's our metro. All types of properties, they have their own advantages and disadvantages. In my opinion, the best investment is apartments. So you can buy like a studio or one-bedroom apartment, and this kind of property you can easily rent or sell because they're always quite popular on the market. So as many bedrooms apartment has, it's more difficult to sell it or rent it, and as less rent return you will get later on. So the best option for investment would be one bedroom or studio flat, maximum 2-bedroom. So if we are talking about villas usually buying or renting families, and there are a lot of people in Dubai who likes to rent villas. But most of the villas, the problem with the villas is most of them, they are located in the desert and they are quite far from the sea. But it's just my opinion. So if you are not interested in distance to the sea, so that's fine. And also you can buy office space or retail shop as an investment. In this market condition, I wouldn't recommend to buy any commercial property because it's extremely difficult to rent or to resell it later on. If you're a long-term investor, might be it would be a good idea, because especially now you can buy office space or some shop on a very good price and keep it for a few years, and after that you can resell it. I'm pretty much sure that later on you could resell it with a good appreciation when financial situation in Dubai and in the whole world will go up again. So what could be a disadvantage of buying an apartment? When you are buying an apartment, the main disadvantage is service charge. If you compare service charge for apartment and a villa, the difference would be, like, for example, you will pay equal service charge for a 5-bedroom villa and for a 2-bedroom apartment, or even 1-bedroom apartment. Depend on area where you're buying the property. So regarding rent return, as cheaper the area, as higher rent return you will get. But in this case, you will get higher risks to get bad tenant who will not pay you in time or who will scam you even. Later on I will explain you about risks which you could potentially face as an investor, property investor in Dubai. So for, if we are talking about villas, they have not high service charge. However, on the other hand, you need to find family for your villa, and right now companies, they're cutting all bonuses for the employees, and they're not paying for schools anymore. They're cutting expenses for accommodations. So companies right now prefer to hire singles in Dubai because it's not so costly as an employee who has family. So yeah, so that's why to rent villa it would be more difficult for you. Villas always have small issues with the maintenance, like ACs all the time going down. So because it's villa, it's much bigger property than an apartment. All the time something is going down, like AC units, problem with electricity and stuff like that. On the other hand, as I told you earlier, service charge is much cheaper than for apartment. And if we are talking about office or commercial space, you will need to pay exactly the same service charge as for the apartment. Keep in mind that most of the commercial properties are shell and core in Dubai, and yeah, in some cases you will need to pay for a fit out of the office. And as you probably know, financial situation on the market in Dubai is not so good right now. Some companies are closing down and not so many people opening new businesses in Dubai, unfortunately.